Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is Thomas, and this is not Anime Lord Reviews. No, no review today. Today, I wanted to talk about something else. Another great passion of mine, something that's kind of been bothering me as of late. Video games. In particular, the Assassin's Creed franchise, and to a lesser extent, the whole Ubisoft open world games that we've gotten over the last few years. So, I used to really enjoy the Assassin's Creed franchise. From Assassin's Creed 2 onward, I've played every one of them. I've played a little bit of one, but not that much. And basically, I've always enjoyed it, but as of late, my excitement and enjoyment that I got out of the games has gotten a lot less. And I've been wondering about why that might be the case. And well, I've come to one simple conclusion. The Assassin's Creed franchise has gotten kind of boring. Now, I will explain why, but just one quick note. I have no script for this, so this is all just me sharing my feelings towards the franchise without actual, like real research and stuff. It's just basically my feelings, nothing more, nothing less. So if you don't agree, perfectly fine, but don't go telling me that I said things that aren't true, because for me they are. So with that said, let's talk about it. So basically, the Assassin's Creed franchise overall has been very similar in each game. From the very first Assassin's Creed game, we've had this, big open world with things to do and enemies to find and collectibles to do and all that sort of stuff. And whereas that is all fine and good for like the first one and the second one and maybe even the third one, for the most part, they've done very little to change up the formula, which also includes games like Far Cry, another Ubisoft open world game that has a very similar formula. Basically, what you end up doing is you go to a tower, you climb the tower, and then you activate it or you synchronize with it, and then you reveal everything that that particular part of the map that surrounds the tower has to offer, from collectibles to missions. Great. Now I have a shit ton of things to do. That's fine. But here's the issue. That is perfectly fine for the first game. Great for the second game. Highly enjoyable for the third game. But we have gotten so many Assassin's Creed games in just a few years. And basically, we have no real chance of actually even getting the previous one out of our system before the next one comes around, because they are yearly releases. Most of the time when the next one is coming, I'm not even done with the one before that yet. I still have to finish that one. So Assassin's Creed Unity came around. I was still playing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, because that was actually after Assassin's Creed 3, a game that I again really enjoyed. Assassin's Creed 3, I was just like, fuck it, I'm done. And apparently I wasn't, because I played Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. But that game had enough of a change to the overall formula that made it slightly more interesting. Assassin's Creed Unity comes around, and it's straight back to what it used to be. No new elements, no new nothing, and in my opinion, quite a few downgrades too. Like, I understand that they wanted to make the game more difficult, but the whole combat system that they have now, I don't like. I don't like that the counter is gone, because that gave for some of the more flashy, more entertaining kills in the game. I don't like how it feels as if the new combat system is just so slow. Even though it's more realistic, it's a lot slower in terms of like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. You'd be wielding two swords there, and you'd be stabbing like mad, going all around and just doing awesome stuff. You don't have that in Unity anymore. So I played about 3 hours or so of Unity, and I was just like, I don't know anymore. I'm just bored. I'm not entertained by this game anymore. And to be fair, I've never played any other Ubisoft open world games until I picked up the Far Cry franchise, which was like priced off on Steam. So I was like, well, why the hell not buy it? I went ahead and bought it, and I immediately noticed a great similarity to the Assassin's Creed franchise. I played the Far Cry 3 a little bit, and I noticed, go to the tower and sync with the tower, and then it reveals things that you can do on the map. And I was just like, so they've been doing this for all of their games. And I've, now thinking about it, I've also played Watch Dogs, which, now that I remember, it's also from Ubisoft, and there's exactly the same. You have these, well, it's a little bit different because you actually have to hack these towers, but it's still like very similar. Many things, the entire Ubisoft open world formula is very similar, and I think it needs an overhaul. It needs a change, because as it stands right now, I have no interest in going back and playing Assassin's Creed Unity. Couple that with the fact that the port for Assassin's Creed Unity is just broken for me. I've had points in which my frame rate dropped significantly, and it's been irritating to say the least. And Ubisoft is not a company known to have like great PC ports, but I got Unity on my PlayStation 4, hoping that it would run better on PlayStation, and it just didn't. I've played all the other Assassin's Creed on my computers. I can't really run it that well, but Assassin's Creed Unity just doesn't run that well for me on PlayStation, and it's greatly irritating. I have a major frame rate drops and a lot of bugs, and it irritates me greatly. Now, really, what I want to see is a significant change. Something new, something fresh. Kind of like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, because that introduced you being a pirate. It was a little bit more silly, almost. It wasn't like all that serious as all the other Assassin's Creed games were. Overall speaking, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag was silly, and thus it was funnier. It was more fun and entertaining to play. But the Assassin's Creed franchise as a whole has gotten very repetitive for me and very boring. And with that in mind, I just have to ask this simple question. Are you guys feeling the same way? Guys, girls out there that play these games, have you been dealing with a lot of these issues where basically the Assassin's Creed franchise has just gotten relatively boring for you? Well, that's really all I wanted to say. I just wanted to get that off of my chest so I could move on again. So anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section below what you think of the Assassin's Creed franchise. Do you think it's gotten kind of boring, or do you think it's still fun? If it's still fun, more power to you. That's great. If you still enjoy it, keep playing it. But for me, I think I'm done with the Assassin's Creed franchise, and kind of done with this video now. So thank you all so much for watching. You know, basic stuff, subscribe if you want to see more, and well, you know, like, share, comment. Bye.